Welcome back to the draft boards, where today we'll be drafting animated movies. We have decided to eliminate Pixar and Studio Ghibli just because those are both categories that could get their own video.
They're huge. They take up so much in the animated world that it would be unfair.
Yeah. So I got Mo with me, and he's one of my big animated friends as far as animated movies go. He loves them. So I'm on a little bit of a streak right now when it comes to the votes, but I think I got my work cut out for me today.
Oh, you think so?
By having you on this episode. So we'll see. But I did win rock paper scissors. So I do get the benefit of the first pick. And with the first pick, I'm gonna take Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Oh my! I was so worried about this.
So, like, there were several candidates for the first pick, but it's just, I don't know if there's an animated movie that made me feel the way Across the Spider-Verse made me feel when I watched that in theaters the first time.
For the first pick, I'm going with, this is going to be no shock to anyone, Coraline.
Damn it. You lied to me.
Coraline.
You lied to me.
Hey, man. It's war. I mean, this is a subject that, like I said, I absolutely love. It just hit its 15th year.
Yep.
And I went to go see it in theaters last year. Went to go see it in theaters this year as well.
I'm not mad at that pick because I probably wouldn't have taken it in the first 2 rounds for me. Yeah. But it's still a great pick.
Absolutely.
It's still good to have Coraline on your team. 100%. Mm-hmm. But it's also great to have every Spider in the Spider-Verse on your team. So I'm liking where I'm sitting. Second pick.
Oh, yeah, go on.
The Iron Giant.
Oh,
we got our center. We got our big man.
That one's great. That one is. Oh,
that's just movie. It's a 10 out of 10, man. The Iron Giant. I gotta have the big guy on my team.
I like that too. So far, I mean, the first pick I'm not really a big fan of from yours, but that's. Okay. But I mean, we all have different opinions.
For sure.
I'm not gonna say my signature line for that because it doesn't apply for that.
Yep.
But so far, Iron Giant, I like that.
Where are you going in the 2 hole?
At the 2. I'm going with, I've talked about it a lot in the past year. I'm going to be shocked if you didn't see it coming. Heavy Metal.
Okay. I that's one I have that's eluded me. I haven't seen it yet. But I've heard good things.
Should be amazing.
And I knew you were going to.
I was going to say.
I knew it was going to land on your team.
Here's the thing. How Coraline, if I didn't include that, I feel like I would have gotten more questions from our friends on why it didn't make my list.
Yeah.
And then I had the realization today of like, man, this needs to go on there. What am I joking around? But Heavy Metal, 1981, amazing soundtrack again from some of the big names of artists in time and still today, like Black Sabbath, got Journey, and as well as Sammy Hagar for the main theme as well.
Yeah.
Amazing.
For sure. So for my third pick, I'm gonna hop over to one of my favorite directors. I enjoy this guy a lot. I'm gonna hop over to Wes Anderson. And I'm taking Fantastic Mr. Fox with my third pick. I mean, what else can you say? It's just one of those movies. I remember watching it when it first came out as a young lad. And from my first watch to even now, it just gets better with every rewatch.
It does.
It's got that amazing color palette, like the orange, the yellows, the reds. It honestly a fall movie at the end of the day. And it's one of those vibes.
I mean, it kind of also gives off a Thanksgiving kind of feeling of
sure.
a movie.
Yeah.
And before we were talking about this, I said, I guarantee there's one pick that's going to be on Will's list that I know of. And it was this.
Yeah.
It was this one. It was almost at my number 5.
Okay.
But I decided not to go with it. Still an amazing pick.
Oh,
I love that movie.
Where are you heading with the third pick?
Number 3, I'm going with a childhood favorite of mine. Some people know that I absolutely love this movie. I'm going with the Digimon movie.
Okay.
From 2000.
Another one I haven't seen. A little bit of a wild card thrown out there. I didn't expect that.
That's where I decided to go with. I want to go with more movies that I love. And
that's
I
the point
absolutely,
of this.
and I love the Digimon movie. Soundtrack's got Smash Mouth, Fatboy Slim.
Yeah.
And it was a big hit on Fox Kids. Fox Kids, of course. They had Angela Anaconda, Goosebumps on there. The movie it did well in the box office, but it thrived more when it finally hit TV on Fox Kids.
I like it. I can't let you get both Selleck movies. So with my fourth pick, I'm going to go Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a Halloween movie. It's a Christmas movie. How many other movies can say that?
Yeah.
Well, Terrifier 3 in a few weeks, but for now, we got Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's iconic. It's a pop culture icon. It's something you can't leave off this animated movie draft.
Yeah.
You got Jack Skellington, you got Sally, you got Halloween Town, you got Christmas Town, you've got Oogie Boogie Man. It's got it all, and it's got a great, Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
You can't really beat Danny Elfman when it comes to scores. There's
He's
a few guys, but he's up there. He's up there on the list when it comes to the best that do it, and it's just I like getting the 4 a lot.
Especially like how you said with Danny Elfman, he's all over, best to do it. Did the theme for Desperate Housewives, but also did the score for Real Steel. That's how fast he is.
Batman.
See?
I mean, you could argue those are the 2 most iconic superheroes in the history of superheroes, and he did the score for their first movies.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. That's a staple of animated movies that if you haven't seen it by now...
What are you doing?
Fix it.
What are you doing?
Fix it.
Where are you at?
Where are you at?
Where are you going with your 4th pick, bud?
4th pick, I was going to go with this a little bit higher.
Okay.
But I feel like that would have been a giveaway. I'm going with the movie 9.
Yeah. We were texting yesterday about it, and you're like, yeah, I'm watching 9 again. I'm like, ooh. And you were like, I'm going to take it in the draft. I'm like, not if I take it first. And you're like, you haven't seen it. And I was like, you don't know that.
Yeah. And then that fear did settle in where I was like, is he going to go watch it just to spite me? And then I thought, no, if anything, he's going to go watch, if he would have to go watch Coraline first. Before...
Well, I've seen Coraline hundreds of times.
Yeah, it's just not in theaters you haven't seen.
No, I saw it in theaters last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
What? I don't know anything. But
So, for my last pick, I told myself that if you didn't take Into the Spider-Verse, I should snag both of them. But I'm not. Because there's a movie that I just feel it's criminal if it's not included in the animated movie draft.
Okay.
And I'm going with the original Shrek.
Oh, that one.
With my 5th pick.
That one is...
You can't leave that off an animated movie list.
Yeah. Man, see... We had complete different scopes on our picks, and if anything, I love it more because we're getting those big hits covered as well.
Yeah. And
then some, kind of, I would say more obscure takes.
Deep cuts, yeah.
But Shrek can't beat it.
My last 2 picks, I love both of those movies, and they're so iconic, you gotta have them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For sure.
That's a great pick.
What are you rounding things out with?
My last one, this takes a really dark, horrendous turn, but a recommendation just to kind of show the I'll say I can't think of the term right now, versatility of horror and animation, and I'm going with Mad God. Mad God, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this sometime. It is a movie that came out in 2021 at a film festival. Won the film festival, immediately got picked up by Shudder and fully budgeted for for a massive release. Came out 2022. It took the guy 30 years, the creator, 30 years to make this movie.
Wow.
And
that's dedication.
It is, and it pays off in the movie. It's really gory. It'll mess with you.
Yeah.
It is a great film if you're a fan of horror movies and you want to also watch animated as well. Definitely wanted to go with a recommendation on this last one for my list.
Yeah, to name a few that we left off this animated list, we'll each name a few that we left off. For me, Into the Spider-Verse was a big one. Shrek 2. Corpse Bride was a tough not get. Mask of the Phantasm for Batman movies. And then the original SpongeBob movie. That was got to give it an honorable mention. I know you have a few honorable mentions as well.
I love the original SpongeBob movie.
You just got to give a shout out to,
Yeah. So this one, shout out to Corey and Drew for this honorable mention. They understand how great it is. Batman, touching in on that as well, because got to get a superhero movie in there on my part, at least. Under the Red Hood. It
might be just as good. I think I like the Mask of the Phantasm a touch more, but they're right on par with each other.
I was really shocked to see you have that, and if anything, I was happy that you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, Under the Red Hood was in debates for my 5th.
Yeah.
Flushed Away.
I was surprised that didn't make your list.
I didn't want to just go on with the ones that I'm known for
I was
rapping
surprised
about. I didn't want to
there
make
was no Wallace and Gromit either.
Wallace and Gromit's next on my honorable mentions. Cursing a Were-Rabbit.
You're so predictable.
See, I didn't want to be too predictable.
No, you threw a bunch of curveballs in this draft.
That's
100%.
what I wanted. You'll like this one. Coming off of Fantastic Mr. Fox, I Love Dogs.
Another Wes Anderson.
Love that movie. I got 2 anime ones. I got Perfect Blue, a really deep psychological movie, a big staple in anime movies to definitely check out. Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust.
Okay.
The best way to recommend this is if you're on Instagram, TikTok, you see those dark fantasy like reels or AI stuff.
Yeah.
That is the inspiration of those. And this captures it so beautifully.
I might like that.
And you'll love it.
Those TikToks suck me in, dude.
It's so good. Most of them are inspired by that.
That's cool.
And the art for the time that it came out and the animation is so clean you would think it came out like today.
Hell yeah.
And my last recommendation, or honorable mention, Dustin Russell, shout out you guys who love this, Fire and Ice.
Okay.
It almost took the place of heavy metal instead, but I just love heavy metal too much.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Gotta go with the heart, man.
Yeah.
But Mo, thank you for coming on for this animated movie draft. Thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments, the polls, all of them, who won this draft, and we will talk to you all soon.
Peace.